Lincoln, Nebraska. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Wildcats head coach told me before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Fires to the middle. Got him in the open. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out. On 39-yard line.
And how nice is it, David, on 3rd down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice 3rd down conversion.
And the Huskers have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Cornhuskers with the 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Hauls it in. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Husker!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in is this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here in this game, in this environment. All 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Pocket breaking down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Nice punt, and he'll make the fair catch at the 6-yard line. And while you can quibble with that, I guess starting at the 6 is better than starting at the 1. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Right down the middle. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll throw it. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here's the pressure. Gets away from the... But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to throw, it's Calandria. He's going to fire deep. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This one's complete. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Mills. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. Second and long working here. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The offense changing the play. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete in the middle. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from in. Red zone at the 18.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
To the air, it's Calandria. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. And they fail to hook up on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Kentucky going quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And, man, it's all eyes on this Will Stein offense. He comes back to Kentucky, man. He's an offensive savant. Spent his time, obviously, in Oregon. He's innovative. He's got a new guy at the trigger spot. Minchie, that was battling Carr a year ago at Notre Dame, Palmer. They were neck and neck. Minchie lost the battle. Now he comes to Kentucky with a rebuilt roster and a new lease on life.
Yeah, you got to dig to find film on Minchie during his time at Notre Dame, but when you do watch it, you absolutely can see the potential. He's a big guy with a live arm who can also run. I mean, he's going to give this Kentucky offense, I think, a dynamic that they haven't had in a long time with his mobility and playmaking, running the football as well. So I can't wait to see the marriage between Stein and Minchie here and what it means for this Wildcats offense.
They'll run it. It's Barnes.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barnes. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Kentucky will come to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we driving back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll leave it with the lone back. There's a little room there. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The give on the inside. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
They'll try the left side. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I'd love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the first half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good first half together. Going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a 2-score game, and I want to chew a lot of this clock. I don't want to give them a lot, so if we can run the football, be consistent, and add to our lead before the half.
Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to change this route.
Booster, booster. Right. Shift. Go.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they kick it in for 6 more points.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Running inside. It's Barnes. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And as we work... Way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Lofts one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Guys, coming out of the locker room, the Wildcats head coach told me they have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the third quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the third. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. 3rd down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Looking to throw for it. On target. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Nebraska. Special teams proving to be special. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Play action. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
I think the biggest reason why this team is trailing the way they are is they haven't been able to stay on the field. They've had no success on third down up to this point. Way too many punts, but that time they finally get it done. That's about as good a timing as I think we've seen from the quarterback and his intended target so far in the passing game. And it came at a point where they needed it the most.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilmore. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Kentucky right. The line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. Looking for a huge play. Got him outside. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I guess an optimist could say it's still first and goal, and now you have a little more room to work with. They'll go to the counter. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's third and goal. Barrels ahead. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Kentucky!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Quick release by the QB. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Finding open areas. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Gets it to the back. Turning it on! Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Finds his big tight end. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Nelson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cornhuskers will have it 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Caught! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Takes the easy completion. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The give. Touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey, guys, down here on the Kentucky sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Trying play action. Extending the play. Nice move there. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's looking deep. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Nelson. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
To the air, it's Calandria. Got the back over the middle. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you want
the snap to the up man. They'll fake it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the air on 2nd down. But, oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. They recovered their own fumble, but now it's 3rd down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Oh, better look out. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. What a disappointment. No good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Under fire. Buying some time. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Throwing right. Turns it on in midfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Fires toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness in this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one.